inclusion of invisible disabilities and mental health. I think this is a very important topic because it is the best way we can move forward toward a more prosperous and a more progressive Detroit and Michigan. My name is AJ. I'm a two-time traumatic brain injury survivor. The second time I actually died, and I came back and recovered on my own and got my PhD. And now I am a social psychologist, a D&I consultant, an empowerment and success coach, and now an author. So when we look at invisible disabilities, especially in a space as meaningful as this, it gives us a lot to think about because not all disabilities look like that. Some disabilities look like this. Some look like me. Many of the invisible disabilities are neurological conditions. I manage 5 myself every single day. We have environmental challenges, and we have mental health impairments and well-being impairments, and we have cognitive needs that are not addressed because they are so difficult to recognize even within the medical community. And those are the problems we face. Here are some numbers to paint a better picture of what it looks like in our country right now. 22% of our nation has disabilities of some kind. In addition, another 10% are living with chronic conditions that they manage every day. 96% of these two groups is invisible disabilities. Now, when it comes to inclusion, this is the problem. The new era of disability inclusion is about assimilation, hiring professionals with disabilities into the robust culture of the firm. This is great because we are doing something, but here's the problem. Assimilation is not inclusion. Assimilation is bringing a person in and taking away their identity to absorb the identity of the firm. When you include, you're actually making the person belong as they are, so they are able to bring their whole person, their whole self, to work with them. Current D&I initiative setups, this is how it is set up. You have your organizational goals and your leadership up at top, and then you have your D&I initiatives with trainings, ERGs, and volunteer activities that go to the employees. And down here you have your outcomes, and mental health is actually measured as an outcome along with productivity. What is the problem with that? The problem is that you are making mental health an outcome and not the basis. That makes it ableist because you're assuming that mental health is going to come after the fact. You have microaggressions you deal with, there's social invisibility problems, and this is just the way for you to pass off your organizational goals. Because essentially what you're doing when you're putting mental health as only an outcome is you're expecting people to conform and get rid of their identity and conform to what they think is yours. It's just a deviation to the norm. What we actually want is convergence. We want people's values and purpose to align with organizational goals and values. The way we do that is the solution. This is my model, and we do that by putting mental health and well-being as the imperative, as the foundation. And after we take care of the mental health and well-being, then the D&I training can take care of the rest of the outcomes, because when mental health is taken care of, the other outcomes fall into place. And this is because, if you think about it, an individual and an organization are living, breathing entities. They both have an identity, health, values, purpose, and goals. And in the middle, you have your mission, vision, impact, power, and your connections. But the point there is that the mental health is something that is critical and central to the issue. When we do this, the individual actually gets embedded in the team, department, organization, and community. Comes in as a whole package with all of their baggage and is able to bring their whole self and function that way. This is because the seeds that you plant and water are the ones that grow. So when we focus on mental health being an imperative and we nurture it and we nourish it, the rest of the outcomes inevitably have to follow because the person is able to function at their best and thrive to help the organization. At the recent National Governors Association meeting, Governor Whitmer said that everyone needs a path to prosperity in relation to the disability employment rate in Michigan, which is currently, we're ranked 41 out of 50. I agree, and the way we are going to get to this prosperity in Michigan and in Detroit is by focusing on the mental health and needs of our people. Thank you.